1.
Welcome back to Ghost Powered Entertainment. I'm your host, Kainan Becker, and today we're heading out of the studios. That's right, we're going to go to see a movie. There's actually a movie in theaters that I've been anticipating. This is the first time all fucking year that there's a movie that I actually have been excited about, looking forward to, that's actually going to be in theaters. And that's this new movie called Freaky. I'm really excited about this. The previews make it look like it's going to be a lot of fun. So I think it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to take you guys with me, and then I'm going to let you guys know what I thought of it after the movie. All right, now that I'm masked up, let's go. Got my popcorn and my Slurpee. It's time to get our freak on. I know, I'm lame. Got the theater pretty much all to ourselves. Let's do this.
It's air care redefined. For an experience you can
Don't
see.
put me on film.
All right, so now I'm back in the studio, and I want to talk a little bit about Freaky. Kind of give you guys a little heads up on it. No spoilers, don't worry, spoiler-free zone. I had a lot of fun with this. My sister went with me, and we both really enjoyed it. But the biggest surprise to me was how much more brutal it was. This doesn't hold back any punches. It's definitely rated R, and it definitely leans into that. You see some really great kills and some really hard-hitting just action and brutal moments in general, which are just super fun to watch, and I really liked it. It's also starring Kathryn Newton, who, if you're a fan of Supernatural, you remember her from that show. But she does a really great job in this. But the standout, the complete, total standout performance in this movie is definitely from Vince Vaughn. He is amazing. He does such a good job of her mannerisms. They both do. They actually really put some energy into this, you can tell. Because of it, that I was kind of surprised on how far they took it. No spoilers, don't worry. But it's definitely some cringeworthy, some fun moments, definitely from the whole Switch thing. But it's just a fun movie in general. There's a lot of little surprises, and the thing I liked about it is it was more horror than I expected. It definitely felt much more like a slasher film through a lot of it than I expected. The cold open, like, hang on to your seats, like that beginning of this movie is so badass and so fun and gets really gory. It's just a really, really good time movie. There was a few things that bugged me, but mostly from Kathryn Newton's character. Like, they have her as being kind of this nerdy, dowdy, not popular, not attractive teenage girl, right? And she's picked on and this and that. And, like, I can kind of believe that. But then when all of a sudden Vince Vaughn is, his character, the serial killer, is in her body, now all of a sudden she's, like, wanted by all these guys and the cool girl and all that, and it's just kind of weak because they don't really do much. Basically, she just puts on this jacket and puts her hair back, and now all of a sudden she's thought of as smoking hot and like this, popular girl that everybody wants to be friends with or whatever. And it's just, I don't know, just the way it's done wasn't believable at all, and it took me out of it. But I mean, I guess, it's a movie where you got to suspend disbelief in general, the fact that these characters switch bodies. But just to me, that was a little bit of a moment where it took me out of the movie, and I was a little bit like, what is this? But there was just a few things like that throughout the movie that bugged me a little bit. And it also has some pretty silly moments where I felt like it lost a little bit of the tension and it was playing it more for laughs, which is great. But I personally enjoyed more of the horror elements of this movie when there's, kills going on and there's the tension and suspense of one of the characters stalking the other and things like that. That was the part of the movie that I enjoyed the most. And it's mostly made up of a lot of that. So I feel like it did have a really nice pacing to it. I never got bored in it. The directing of this I thought was superb. The camera angles, the lighting, all of the things that a director would really be responsible for, I thought was really done really well in this movie. One of the things that was so much fun to me is how they pay homage to all these other famous horror movies. There's nods to Friday the 13th, Scream, etc. You just got to pay attention. There's more, I guarantee, that I missed. There's a lot of these little nods to them, and I just thought that was really fun. As a horror fan, it's kind of fun to see these little things and seeing like, oh, do I notice these? A couple of them, I thought they played it a little too much, like a little too holding your hand. And just in general, there was a few holding your hand moments where I felt like they didn't need to quite make it so obvious that they were trying to say or do certain things. But for the most part, there's not a lot to complain with this. It's a great popcorn horror movie that doesn't take anything too serious. You just go in having fun, and yeah, it's just a fun movie. It's straight up, that's the whole point of it. It's just about going in and having fun and laughing and being with your friends. And to me, that's the kind of slashers that I really enjoy. The ones that don't necessarily take themselves seriously and just have fun with it. Bring you some great kills, bring you some humor, some stupid characters to get killed, and then a few that you care about. Like, to me, that's the ingredients to make an enjoyable slasher. And this was an enjoyable slasher to me. So, I'd recommend you guys run out and check this out. I know a lot of the movie theaters have closed up, at least in California, were closed down today. And all over the country, I know a lot of the movie theaters have closed down. But the drive-ins are still open, so I know it's playing at the drive-in near me, and I know it's playing at a lot of other drive-ins. So check it out there if you can, or if you live in a small town that's got movie theaters, hopefully it's playing near you. Otherwise, it'll be out on VOD, I'm sure, before too long. But I definitely think it's worth your time. I think if you enjoyed Happy Death Day, you'll enjoy this. Alright guys, so thanks for coming along with me and listening to what I have to say. Hopefully that helped you out in some way or it entertained you in some way. But please hit that subscribe button and ding the little bell if you want to keep track of me. And when I post videos like this, I'm posting stuff like this at least twice every week. But like always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please crush that like button. And remember, horror can be fun. I will see you guys next time.